Well, hello, we have recording now.
Welcome back, everyone, to Zany Talks.
Yes, Thomas might collapse because his blood sugar is a little too low.
They don't need to know that.
They do.
Aww.
Just so if we do cut this recording in two, because you fall over, then they know.
I'll just fall asleep right here.
But, as you see, we have a nice friendly face here that nobody's seen before. Desi, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name's Desi. Hi.
So, as it is very customary on this show to start off with small talk. Do you have any small talk?
No.
How's Squeakers?
Squeaker's actually chilling.
Alright, good.
She just meows at me. I just meow at back.
Ow. Is her
Literally.
catnip tree gone by now, or?
Yeah, she ate her whole plant. It's gone. It's like 2 days, I'm not gonna lie.
Got
That
demolished.
cat goes through a lot of catnip.
Yeah, she's a bit of a druggie. What can I say?
Well, I have a Lego set I'm building and taking forever to build.
What Lego says that?
I got the one I wanted. I got the Lego D&D one.
I haven't even seen that big one. I only got the minifigure ones.
Oh, it's pretty big. It has a tavern. It has like a little castle wall dungeon area, and then a big tower.
What's Lego? I have never bought or built a Lego set.
Actually, that's so sad. I feel like
Everyone says that.
it's so fun.
Lego is a very calming activity. I find it very calming.
I don't have time to sit down and be calm.
Yeah,
and
that's
do
because
something.
you have a server and everything.
It's not just the server.
Oh, wait, no, you have multiple side projects.
I mean, this is one of my side projects, and then my several other podcasts for the studio.
That is true. Which we'll plug right now, which is Pages of Ink, Grounds for Discussion, the Unspecified Show, and maybe one coming. Whenever this comes up, I think there might be another one and it works. Shush. But, shall we move on to our topic?
There's a topic?
There is a topic.
News to me.
Yeah, news for all of us. But I think we'll do simple of nice adrenaline-filled activities that some of us have done.
Adrenaline filled.
So this can be skiing, tubing tales of going through a mystical old-ass building in the middle of the night, etc.
Real.
I think I know Desi's favorite.
You've already have one in mind there, Desi.
Yeah,
The camera's now on you.
I broke into a school, abandoned school. It's like the next town over, Villard or wherever that is. There's an abandoned school there. Me and my friends went there. It was like so cool. I love how like the nature's low-key like overtaking the whole school. It just looks so beautiful, like especially. I can't go there anymore. They closed it up. They locked the door that was unlocked. But unfortunately.
So it felt like very zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, it was like, I don't know. I just find all that fascinating. And like, it's very like, oh yeah, the duck when it comes by, but it's still so cool. But then people like, not like vandalizing, because that's like second hand with some things, but like, they actively try to destroy it. People like with bats and shit, like, but like, it's so beautiful as it is.
Just
Don't, like,
let it
destroy
sit and let it decay on its own.
Yeah.
It's a nice hiking spot. Yes. I don't know, I like hiking. Especially when it, like out in the like Yellowstone and stuff like that. It's a very cool experience. I plan on like riding my one wheel on trails when it gets nice and hot out. And I am one of those person to be like, there's a structure over there that is dilapidated. I must go inside and find out what is inside. It's very...
Ooh, something that's not nature. Ooh, what's that? Shiny.
Ooh. A glass bottle that is kind of broken.
I have a
Fascinating. Well, the land that my parents is on, people have been out there before. Like, there was an old duck hunting blind. It had like a few things in them. We found a old pulley from like a barn.
Okay.
Didn't even know there was a barn out there at one point. But when I was shooting with my friends, one of my favorite things to do is go to the other side of my slough, set up targets, and then shoot them from the other side of the saloon because I am good at that stuff. We ended up going over there and finding several old bottles, jars, and etc.
Oh.
I found a fully intact bottle of old Coca-Cola. It did not have Coca-Cola still in it, thankfully.
Hey, I mean, if it was sealed and intact, that's a shelf item right there.
Hey, you know what? If it's sealed and intact and maybe has a good original ingredient inside, I'll take a sip of that.
And that's okay. Yeah, no.
Yeah, if you did not know, I am also joking about this, but Coca-Cola used to have cocaine in it.
Yeah, as an ingredient.
Yes! I joke about it every time I find an old Coca-Cola bottle. It is a thing I do. But yeah, we also found a old, I guess you could say whiskey jug.
Moonshine jug.
Yeah, it would look like that, but it was like brown and translucent. And then we found like this old blue pot. And there's still several things over there that are just shattered glass and stuff. So not very safe at all. But it was kind of cool still.
Yeah. One of the things where stuff like that, over at my grandma's property, we have the main woods, but we also have like a side wood. It's mostly just a windbreak. Only goes in so far, so it's like a strip of trees basically. We went through there, and not only we found, of course, bones, because wolves and coyotes around, you find remains of animals, and then bones. But also, we found some old, I could only assume it, at one point it used to be farm equipment. It was just metal bent in weird ways that doesn't make any sense. I don't know what it used to be. Maybe a plow or something. But it was mangled for sure. And it's really fun just to go and see what you can find today, I guess.
Yeah.
Until you find the barbed wire. And they're like,
Maybe you should stay away from the rusty old blade.
The rusty
Is
old
my
barbed
tetanus shot up to date? I don't know.
I don't want to find out the hard way.
Yes. My grandpa had his backyard's pretty much a junkyard.
Mm-hmm.
So it is really cool because there's a lot of old cars and whatnot back there. So it's kind of cool walking through those woods and being like, oh, there's a dilapidated trailer house.
I love my grandparents' backyard is similar to that, where you can walk for hours in their backwoods, and I never saw that last time.
Yeah.
And it obviously didn't just get here.
It just randomly appeared.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So your grandparents have a...
You got a junkyard in your backyard too?
Yeah.
My grandparents live in town.
Oh.
Both of them?
Yeah, one lives in Bruin, one then lives in St. Cloud, so...
Yeah.
Nothing too crazy. I never had a little...
But how about that back room? The one that stores all the stuff they've collected over the years.
So instead of the junk drawer, when you get older, we have to room.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, they do. Well, my grandma usually tells me to go through it and find something that looks good for a garage sale. I'm like, I got you, Grandma. I could totally do that for you.
Did you find anything interesting?
Well, a lot of my mom's old, toys when she was younger, stuff like that. Nothing too crazy, though. Or, Christmas decorations. Always a lot of Christmas decorations.
Of course.
Yeah, I used to know this person, or I think she's still alive. I'm not sure. I haven't talked to her in a while. But her husband, had a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And there was an addition to their house, which was about the size of a camper.
Okay.
Which was shoved with old stuff.
Up to
Gun,
to the ceiling type packed or...
Yeah, stuff like that. Mostly stuff on the floor, but it wasn't stacked.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of old stuff in there. It was pretty cool. Her son ended up finding an old test bomb, in their barn.
Damn. What?
Nice. Okay. That's...
Yeah.
Never would have thought of...
Last time I was there, it was sitting next to her fireplace. It was deactivated. It didn't have any explosives in it. She's completely fine.
That's a perfect place for a bomb, right? Next to the fireplace.
Completely safe. I don't know a safer place for a bomb.
Okay.
Do you know a safer place for a bomb?
You know, the fireplace looks mighty good. I'm not gonna lie.
My parents actually have a room that's literally packed pretty high. You go in there and you're like, I'm in a maze now, full of junk.
Yeah.
And I know there's a full-size loom in there somewhere.
What?
You can't see it. I know there's a loom in there
You saw it once.
because I remember as a kid I made a rug using it, and then a lot of stuff got put in there.
Damn.
Man still uses that rug to this day.
I don't know where it went. I think it's in that room.
It's in the room. It's in the room. I do not know where it is. It is buried under the heaps of.
You normally, when you have a full room, you can kind of see, like, look over there, like, oh, yeah, I think it's over there. Just the issue of getting to it. You might want a step stool if you want to look over the pile.
Yeah, my grandma. Like, you have a pantry. And the pantry
I'm sorry, Mom. I'm exposing your secrets.
She has a pantry. Like, pantries.
Yeah.
They have a decent amount of food in them.
Normally.
My grandma's utility basement has a shelf of cans and other goods that don't expire for a while.
Okay.
But my grandma loves to cook, so it makes sense for her.
Mm-hmm.
But still, it's just...
Got any of those just unlabeled cans that, obviously, like...
No, they're all labeled.
Yeah, but those mystery cans. The label's fallen off for some reason, but it's still on the shelf, and you don't know what's in it.
I think I've seen any mystery cans.
Mystery cans are the best.
There's this thing called, I think it's called Ruby's Pantry. It happens every, month or everything. We have gotten a mystery can from that before.
Food drops.
Don't know what it was. I can't remember. It was either chili or pears.
That's a very big distinction. Chilies are
I
pears.
want to say I want to say it was a big can of pears, and it was like the big can of.
Oh, the big.
Yeah, the big can.
The bulk can.
The bulk can. But yeah, it was like, oh boy. Okay, I don't know how I'm gonna do one of these pears.
There's a lot of pears.
Any mystery cans for you?
No, but when you're talking about your grandma's utility or whatever, it reminded me of my grandma's cellar.
Oh.
It's like in her entryway, but you have to lift up the floor to get down into her basement to change the filters on, what is it? I can't think of the name right now. It's like
like a
water
sub
filter
pump or
softener.
air conditioner or some shit like that.
Okay.
I have to change the filter in there.
HVAC system.
So she was like, every time I go over there for her to help her out with stuff, she's like, can you go in the cellar, Desi, and do that for me? I'm like, there's a lot of spiders down there. She's like, don't worry. And she hands me a stick. Just go like that before I get down there. I'm like,
Defend yourself with a stick.
Yeah.
My grandma has a similar cellar
Mm.
where you lift up the floor. There's a ladder. That's
oh my God.
that's 2x4s
Mm.
on the wall.
Mm.
You gotta reach down to the string, pull the light. Is it flooded? Sometimes. There's it was halfway flooded.
Mm.
And you're like, get the waiters. There's a sump pump's down there too.
Yeah.
You're like, gotta fix the sump pump.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of my grandma's old house, my grandma on my dad's side, her old house was a remodeled train station.
Oh.
Actually, was the train station that was in Garfield.
Oh.
Yeah. That was.
I want to live there.
Well, it's sold now, sadly. I would have bought that house. That was a nice house, in my eyes. But anyways, she had a basement. When she cleaned out everything, my grandma still used to be down there. But there was this cellar area, I want to say you would call it.
Sub basement.
Yes, because it was lower than the basement. But you pretty much was in the basement. You'd open up this door, and then it was just pit level made of just wood.
Old well?
Don't know. I want to say it was like a potato cellar. It was naturally cold in there.
Oh, like a root cellar.
Yeah, it was like a cellar type situation. But it was she had like old stuff in there that my uncle used to have and stuff like that. So I got a trolling motor and my bow.
Just found that, right?
Yeah, there was like decoys and stuff in there, and it was like, dang, a little dirty. It was definitely cool.
I would love a root cellar. A root cellar sounds nice.
Yeah,
Natural refrigeration.
it was pretty cool. The house was 2 levels. The basement was just normal, but there was a few parts of the house that kept the original train
Nice.
station aspect. One of the big ones was above her sink was the original ticket area.
Oh.
So that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
What other? I don't remember much other like original parts of it, but most of it was like grain storage and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. I do have to point out that the quote unquote topic was supposed to be adrenaline pumping activities, old stuff.
Old adventure. It was mostly for dramatic, but it was mostly adventures you've gone on.
Okay.
I just made it, dramatic.
Dramatic effect. Gotcha.
Any fun adventures you've gone on, Desi?
Besides the abandoned school, I guess the most recent one would just be going snowboarding, really.
Snowboarding's a good adventure.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't gone skiing in a while. Though I think next time I go out to Andy's, I might go snowboarding because I have my one wheel and I just want to see how similar the two are. Reckon one is on flat while the other one is like hill. But I've gone on it at Andy's a few times skiing, and I want to say I'm above average when it comes to skiing.
Skiing, I'm saying pretty average. Snowboarding, I'm learning because I think it's really cool. I'm like, yeah, skiing, but snowboarding,
I think
Something
you'd
about the
really
difference.
like riding a one wheel.
What?
One wheel. It's pretty much a skateboard with one big wheel.
Oh,
in the
I know.
middle.
I see like dogs on like TikTok or something riding them.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
pit bull riding the one wheel.
Yeah, those.
Yeah, I have one of those, and it's really fun. I talked about it with Xander last episode, but yeah, it's a really chill experience, and I think you'd like it. I would compare it maybe more to like a skateboard, but it's really fun.
Yeah.
Like mine goes up to 18 miles per hour, so it was really fun. Just don't fall off of it at high speeds.
I'm
I
very
did that.
Kind of
clumsy.
hurts.
I did that yesterday. Yeah. This.
How?
This.
Okay, you're done.
There's also one here and here.
Yeah.
Yeah, they still hurt, but I'm fine. No broken bones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, I think you'd like it. You'd find it fun.
I usually find most things fun, so
Yeah.
you never really go wrong.
When you're out at Andy's, do you go down any of the secret trails?
No, I'm still learning. I just got the basics down. Last time I went down a blue hill without falling, I thought that was improvement right there.
Mm-hmm.
My boyfriend keeps like pushing me like, oh, it's time for the black hill. I'm like, no, it's not. So let me get more basics down first before I do anything
At the
crazy.
end, like the school, whenever I was skiing, I would hit Hollywood High. I would go down the wall if it was open.
Yeah.
The wall isn't really as fun though, because it's just kind of shoot, and then you're done. It's kind of boring. I mainly use it just to get to the other ski lift. But my favorite ones were like Worm Gear and those guys. Little America. Oh, they're because mainly they're more longer runs, so they're pretty good. I like those runs. Big Ben's also a good one.
Yeah. I've been sticking to like Hawaiian Cruise and Fricadilly because those are like more easier ones to learn on versus like going down like something that's straight down.
You haven't gone down Big Ben?
Like when I had skiing, yeah.
Oh, snowboard on Big Ben is probably easier.
Well, yes and no. I just want like it gives me more of a reaction time to figure out what I'm doing on a snowboard. I feel like, especially down Hawaiian Cruise, it gives me more of that leeway.
Yeah. Hawaiian Cruise is really chill. Probably why it's called Hawaiian Cruise.
Probably.
Yeah. You've gone skiing and snowboarding.
I've gone skiing. I've never touched a snowboard in my life, though.
Yeah, I haven't touched snowboard at all.
I kind of want to learn, but
It seems interesting.
I know I know the mental concept behind it because when I get bored, I look into random things. So I know all the theoreticals,
Yeah.
but still never touch a snowboard.
Yeah, I mostly have gone skiing, and I am the one that does go down those random trails that people have made.
Mm.
Whether it was totally by accident or on purpose.
Oh, I end up here.
And I have found ways, like on worm gear, to jump and stuff like that when you're not supposed to with rentals. Hey, the skis haven't broke, so I'm completely fine. Yeah. So, you've probably fallen plenty of times.
A lot. Oh my goodness. When I went, Saturday and Sunday. Saturday I went with Linnea. We were having a good time. That she was giving me some very basic things, and that's how I really caught on a little more because she's like basically a pro. I'm not gonna lie. And then I biffed it so hard. I feel like God yoinked me back because I feel like there's no way I could have possibly felt what I was doing at that moment. I feel like something was pulled me back because like you're doing too well. No, well, I had it perfectly in my toe bone. But you know what? I held my ass the entire way down, but I didn't fall a single time after that. That was pretty good. And then next day, I watched my friend fall, so I fell laughing at him, but it kind of hurt because my booty still hurt. So.
At least getting better.
I am. Yeah, I'm so excited.
So do you go out? Do you have like a season pass then?
No. I was like this year. I was kind of iffy. I have my own snowboard and everything, so it's gonna be very cheap just for me to buy my own pass. So I was like, I didn't know how much I was gonna come out here this year. Next year, I'm for sure gonna buy a season pass. Cause this year, I guess it wasn't really worth it buying it because I didn't know how much I was gonna do, how much I was gonna learn. But next year for sure.
I used to work at Andy's.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was in the rental shop.
Yeah.
It sucked.
I've never been there.
I got paid minimum wage.
What was that, like $11, $10?
$8.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah. It sucked. And I worked every single ski to midnight.
Mm-hmm.
It really sucked.
Saturdays?
Yeah, Saturday ski to midnight. And you know, like they tried compensating with like free skiing pass and free rentals and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I didn't want to go skiing or snowboarding.
Yeah.
After that, I didn't like that at all. Well, I like skiing and snowboarding, but like at the end of the day's work, you don't really want to do that, and you don't really want to spend your free time going
At work.
Yeah, at work.
I'm
I don't know. I asked for a position change. I want because one day I was able to change out for one of the people at the top of the tubing hill. Freaking amazing. I would have loved that job, even if it was -10 out and there was people going down the hill. Dang, that was fun. Because you pretty much were like, okay, random kids, or you gotta tie up the tubes together and stuff like that and just send them down. It was amazing. It's pretty much just like those videos of people sending down people on the slides.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty much my job. That job, it was amazing. I did it one day.
Unlucky.
I guess I was just too good in the rental shop and they didn't want
You're
to take me off.
You were too much of a valuable asset.
Apparently so. I played mini golf in the shop.
What? You can play
Yeah.
mini golf in there?
No.
What?
We got to the third hole that we made up and got yelled at.
Oh.
There was a golf ball somehow in the rental shop. Don't know how. So as putters, we used broken ski poles. It was to ski to midnight, so we were bored. And obviously there's things to do, but when you're bored and don't want to spray, shoot boots, you usually don't.
Mm-hmm.
So we got to like the hole we had was a dustpan. So, and then we got yelled at the third hole. And the golf ball was taken away from us.
No, not the golf ball.
But yeah, that job was boring. I had no respect for it because they were paying me minimum wage and they were working my tail off. So I'm not going to respect your job if you're going to be working my butt off and paying me minimum wage.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you and goodbye.
Yeah.
They asked me to come back. I didn't reply. Okay, Desi.
Yeah.
Please tell me you've gone tubing in this. Have you gone tubing?
Like winter?
No. Summer.
Oh, like
Summer water tubing.
At least she's more cultured than you and Eric.
Ah!
Okay, goodbye. I've been kicked out of my own podcast.
I hold on for dear life because I have like a irrational fear of like a fish is gonna go
Fish is
Literally, so I'm like, I just hold on for dear life. So.
Tubing's so fun. I love it. I have some tubing stories. Flat tube tubing is the best, though.
The one where you get tossed around like
The
nothing?
flat one, yeah. Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah, hold on for dear life on that one.
You know what's so fun? If
What?
you lean forward and you're going too slow, the tube starts sinking underwater because of currents.
Yeah, I know.
I pranked a lot of people with that move.
Oh my goodness. No.
Hey guys, watch this.
Yeah, pretty much. That's how I knock people off tubes sometimes. I've done stupid things on tubes. Flat tube story number 1 was we also had water skis. So we, just for normal tubing, we connect up the rope that we use for water skiing to the tube. Well, me, in my infinite knowledge, decided to say, hey, why don't I stand on the tube and hold the ski thing?
Oh god.
I stood up on the tube for a solid minute. It was fun. And then I fell off. Didn't hurt myself. I'm perfectly fine there.
Mm-hmm.
But the next time I did it, I did not have that pole. My uncle was pulling me on his jet ski.
Oh god.
I got up to my knees, was balancing, got into like a football position, was still balancing. I think I stood up for about a solid 10 seconds and then fell. But yeah, tubing's fun. I don't know what your... Do you have any tubing stories?
No, just my irrational fear of fishies.
Why are you scared of fish?
Well, when I always went to the Berry Lake, my favorite activity was poking fish with sticks on the water. So I stood there, poked a fish. I turned around, there's a whole bunch of fish behind me, and one like nibbled my knee. So I ran to the store screaming because I have a fear of sunfish, and I just put that all in a category of fish. So I just.
So
yeah.
basically,
Okay, wait.
your pastime was tormenting the fish,
Yeah.
and now you think the fish has a vengeance for you.
Yeah, they talk, you know. Be like,
Wait, where did they bite you at?
my knee.
Do you have a mole by your knee?
No.
Okay. Because my mom has like a mole somewhere on her legs, but sunfish will mistake that for a worm. And it'll...
Yeah.
So I don't know why they nipped you. Probably because you were bullying them with a stick.
Yeah, they probably all gathered together.
It was
But-
vengeance.
Okay,
Yeah,
so when
literally.
you're
It was.
tubing, you're in a part of the lake where the fish don't usually go.
I know, but what if? Because I also had an irrational fear of when I'm in a chlorinated pool, chlorine. There's a shark in there in the deep end, so I always stay in the shallow end.
You know, time
Do you
to
just have a fear of deep water?
No, I learned. I got over my shark one because that one's not real, but
chlorine-based shark.
real.
That's called the neighbor kid.
Literally.
But yeah, I have so many tubing stories. Oh my god. There was this other time where I think I've told this story in the podcast before,
Yes.
but it was yeah, probably. It was when me and a friend were tubing, and I got catapulted and he got body slammed by the tube. Pretty sure I've told that story.
Yes, you have.
Yep, that was on that episode. I don't think I've shared all my tubing stories before on the podcast. When have I told any of my water skiing stories?
I don't think so. We were mostly talking about tubing for some reason. I can't
Tubing,
remember.
because tubing is they throw you around. At least when I go tubing, I
Mhm.
usually get thrown around because my father loves throwing me around on the tube, and it's his vengeance time. I'm joking.
You didn't compliment my cooking. Wee! Yay!
Hello. But I water ski, which is fun.
All their water sports. I just don't have time.
Yes.
Real.
Water
That's
skiing.
poor.
I've
Yeah,
never
water
been-
skiing. You have to sit in the water. You have to sit back. You have to your skis wide open, and then pretty much the boat has to hit it, so then you're able to rise up on top of water because of stuff.
Surf extension.
Yes, thank you. But I haven't really wiped out majorly. The only times where I've wiped out have been times where I'm trying to drop a ski.
Oh. Yeah.
which is pretty much I try dropping one ski and try just going on one ski, which is extremely difficult because your one side of balance just went 500 feet that back or 50 feet that way, and you're trying to balance. I've gotten close, but I haven't gotten there yet. But
have better balance.
Yeah, but it's really fun because with water skiing, you are in control of where you go. So I can pretty much water ski and then water ski about to the level of my father driving the boat.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. And I can do it the other side and whatnot. Have I attempted to jump the wake yet? I don't think I have. I mostly slowly go over it.
Come on, a daredevil like you hasn't tried to jump the wake?
I'm surprised. I probably have. And I think I've done it successfully and failed a few times. But there has been a time where I've also gotten waterboarding, which was a totally different experience.
Oh, I thought you just say you got waterboarded. I'm like,
This is where my brain went. Yeah, just like classic waterboarding, torture technique.
Logan sitting underneath a bucket. You'll drop water every 5 seconds.
No, I was thinking the more intense one that doesn't drive you insane mentally, but makes you think you are drowning. Classic rag over the face,
Yeah.
dumping water over that. That's the one I'm most familiar with.
No, water.
No reason.
Boarding is different. Pretty much water skiing, same method, but you board on a surfboard behind a boat.
I was thinking a snowboard.
And there's 2 different ways to do it. Obviously, you have a wake boat, which is a boat that makes an artificial wake. That's like a wave in the ocean. So in that one, you can use the rope, or if you get comfortable enough, you can surf like you are in the ocean.
oh, like in We Resort? That one we got.
Yeah.
I haven't played
remember that
Resort. But the one I did it was when I was at camp, and I did behind a boat with a wake. I never got the hang of it where I was able to lose the let go of the rope, but it was still pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish to do it another time, but I just haven't been able to.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, but there was somebody there that actually was able to ride the wake, and it was kind of cool. And now I see these days there's a way to put these like little fin things on the side of your boat, and it'll make an artificial wake on like a normal speedboat.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That was really cool. Any of you guys gone jet skiing before?
Bestie, I stay on land. I don't know.
Take any water-based sport. I've not done it.
Dang.
Real.
Water-based, the most snow-based sport I've done is I've skied.
Mm.
I don't get out there and do
so
things too
right.
much because I'm busy.
Wait, Thomas, do you ever geocache before? I feel like that's something up your alley.
I actually have done a little bit of that, and there are some geocache locations in Alec
By Big Olia. And by,
on the trail.
yes,
Yes.
and then also by the, can't think of it. It's a hotel by the movie theater, as well as the YMCA. And then, wait, there's also between the China Buffet and Taco Bell. It's called Mexico versus China. That one's one of my favorites.
Really?
Yeah.
I actually never have done it myself. I did it through a friend I knew in college who introduced me to it, and I'm like, yeah, that's really cool. It's really fun to try to hunt for these things.
Literally.
But he never showed me how to
There's an app. It's just
Get
called
the
like
app,
geocaching.
yeah.
It's so fun. It'll just tell you where it is. It'll tell you if you're in that area. You just gotta look around.
I know of a spot that is in Elbow Lake because I used to mow there, and the guy showed like, "Hey, look, there's a geocache right here. It's underneath this rock." The other time I've done it was with my friend that was a Boy Scout, and this was when we were like younger, and we were at a campground. We tried going to find one. We did not find it. We were in the woods, bike trail, and then we had to walk into the woods. Could not find it at all.
I didn't have any luck when I was looking with my buddy because he's like, okay, we know it should be right here, And later we found out a couple months later it was marked as moved by, or it was just moved.
Mm.
And we were like, that's annoying. Because we were right on top of, we knew we were right on top of it. Because like, here's the clue, here's the clue, here's the clue. It should be right there. It looks like it should be right there. It's not there anymore.
There was there's a short form content creator that makes shorts, videos about finding them.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, with the like the difficulty and everything.
Yeah, he says the difficulties and everything. Like some of these geocaches are like
really tiny, really small, and like the
tiny
the micro caches. Micro cache, it's a bolt on a bolt statue.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or like they're very intricate of like with technology and stuff like that. Really cool.
Insert your credit card.
I think one was actually that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And you're
Which
like,
is really
my card.
sketchy. Yeah, which is really sketchy. Like, I don't know. I don't want to give you my credit card for my weird.
Real.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys don't like. I've gone jet skiing, and I've gone jet skiing on weird things too. Like I've done a jet ski where you stand up on the jet ski instead of just sitting down. Wasn't able to do that. I kept falling off, so I just did knees only. But it was still really cool.
Mm-hmm.
My grandparents, they have a lot of snowmobiles, so I've gone snowmobiling before.
Yeah, a lot of these recreational activities I just haven't done because I either don't have the capital to do them or the time.
Or just don't know anybody.
Exactly.
And I know people, and people are just nice to me. Yeah, so like I haven't gone on like any big snowmobiling trips.
I've driven a 4-wheeler once.
Once.
I have a story about a quad that I used to own. So my parents gave me like this little
Oh, and I've ridden on a snowmobile once.
I have not. That's one more than me.
But anyways, my parents gave me this little camouflage gas 2-stroke little 4-wheeler. Yes, and this is like when we were like used to renting a house and we were like on a farm.
Mm-hmm.
So the first time I jump on this thing, not a helmet, not a knee pad, not a elbow pad in sight.
Mm-hmm.
I hit the gas on that thing and went zooming, drifted 2 corners around a barn and stopped in front of my parents, and they said, few rules that will be happening. A, no drifting this anymore. And B, you will be wearing a helmet at all times, and you will keep the speed limit lower than what you just did.
Parents like, that's terrifying.
Yes. And yeah, and then when we got our land when our house wasn't built yet, I used to drive that thing across the land and through the grass and stuff. And I ended up hitting a log once, and it was like I didn't see it coming, but it was like, whoa, okay, and I go.
Oh, you mean you didn't get ejected?
I did not get ejected. I got close to, but I did not. But yeah, but we're getting to the end of our time. Because I also started the timer a little late. Because I forgot to start the timer again.
He's learning.
I'm learning. I get to do this. See, it's me, then it's Thomas, then it's me again, then it's Thomas.
I don't know why I let him have the controls. I don't.
It's fun time. I love it too much. And now it's both of us.
Yeah.
By the way, whenever it's me, it's you're
I
also
know.
in frame.
I know.
I could get another camera. I got another camera.
Don't. No.
What?
Running out of
I make things
slots.
happen. I make things happen. Actually, no, I do have one more.
Anyways. What did we learn today?
There's a lot of water sports, I'm not gonna lie.
We don't have time for fun.
I'm poor.
I have to get more people into fun. It's like I have to bring more people up tubing. Maybe not more 4-wheelers and snowmobiles. Maybe that's a little too much. No, Eric might die on those.
Eric would die on those.
Like tubing,
I would have
tubing,
class.
we might lose him, or he might drown.
He's drowning to the tube.
You know, I think you know, sounds like a great idea. A parachute, 2-stroke engine, and a huge fan.
I wouldn't say no.
Let's go flying. I can't afford my pilot's license. Let's go flying.
Yeah, so what we learned today is Logan needs to bring people out to do fun things, and Desi's scared of deep water because of the fish scare her.
Yeah, the fish scare me.
The fish will eat
Sorry.
her.
You must be very scared of the ocean.
Because those fish are bigger.
Yeah, well, the shore seems pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
I've never been to an ocean.
Me either.
I have.
Lucky.
I've gone parasailing.
What's up with this rich bitch?
I don't know.
No, I just go on fun adventures.
Nah, you rich. We know.
Fun adventures cost money.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least
Actually,
time
that
costs
wasn't
money.
like expensive. Like that expensive, I think. I can't remember. My parents paid for it.
My biggest adventure I've had was me going to Montana for a wedding.
I was invited, but I didn't have time.
Yeah, Nick was sad you weren't there.
I know, but I wish him the best. And him and Carly.
We'll have to bring you on a big road trip one day.
Mhm. Sit down.
I love road trips.
I want to bring like a group of ETL people out to Yellowstone, because when I went out to Yellowstone, it was really fun, and bring people whitewater rafting, which would be also very fun.
I'm gonna die one of these days. And I'm just saying.
It's gotta get killed.
You gotta get that blood and the adrenaline pumping. Fun. But anyways, good night, good evening, and whatever. See you guys next time.
This is Danny
Bye-bye.
Talks. Bye bye.